Hi guys, welcome to Random Stuff. Today I will be providing solution to RPA challenge using Automation Anywhere A360. So for those of you who don't know what this challenge is, so they have provided us a Excel sheet, and in this Excel sheet there are various columns, and each column represent a field in this form, and there are actually 10 rows. So once we open this website, we have to click on start button and we have to start entering this fields one by one, referring to the Excel. The challenge here is the position and the layout of this form keeps on changing when we click on submit button. So this is a best way to learn how to code a dynamic page, and this video will also uh, uh, this video will also show you how to use the Excel as database. So let's start. So before we use Excel as database, we need to download ODBC driver. So I will provide the link in the description. You can use that link to download these drivers. The first step is to launch this website. So before launching, we have to see first if this website is open. So I will use F command, and window does not exist. It's a browser. So I will just refresh it and I will select the uh, page name. I will save it. So if it does not exist, our bot has to open. So I will go into browser and select this open action. And here I will specify Google Chrome. It's a good practice to specify the browser. Don't leave it as default, because if we run the same code on different machine where the default browser is something else, our bot might fail. So I will specify the browser name as Google, and I have provided a link. I will provided this link of this website in a string variable. So I will call this string here. I specify this variable here. This step is done. Now the second step will be reading the Excel file and entering the data. So like I said, I will be using database commands. So let me call it. It's a database connect. Here I will keep the session name as default, and in connection mode I will select default. Here it is asking for me a connection string. So I have the connection string in handy. So since we have already installed the ODBC driver, we can directly use this connection string. So in this string, the only part we have to change is the path. Okay. So uh, whichever variable you are using for path, or directly you can paste the path here. So I have used this sExcelPath in my code. I have already created it. It's having the path of the Excel sheet. So I will directly paste this connection string here. We'll save it. Our next action is to read the data inside this Excel sheet. So it will be read from. Here I have to give the SQL query, the select query. Select star, since we want all the columns from, and we will specify the table name, which is the sheet name. So here the sheet name is sheet 1. So the table name will be the sheet 1. Sheet 1. And this table name should be followed by two uh, dollar symbol. So this $2 symbol helps Automation Anywhere to distinguish between variable and the table name ending. So I will save it. Next action will be loop action. So I will select a loop, and in this I will select for each row in SQL query dataset. Here the result of the read command should be what I can say, the output should be will be iterated in uh, a record type variable. So I've already created a record type variable. So I will specify that. And I will give one condition here. First, check if the value in the record variable is blank. We select string, the source value is a record variable, and here it is asking for by index or by name. So I will go by the name. So I will select first name. We'll enter it here. We'll insert, and it's not equal to blank. We'll save it. Then I will use a message box to print the value inside this variable. It will be same Excel row with by name. I will select first name. Save it. Now let us run it. So as you can see, it is getting me first name. It's working properly. I will close it. One thing I have missed is since I have used database connect action, I have to also give a disconnect action. I will give it in last. Now let me tell you the trick to actually deal with these fields which keep on changing. So let me first use the capture command. So if you are thinking of using a anchor to anchor of this first name, if you try to use anchor, So it will not allow. So what we will do is I will capture it directly. I will first capture the label name. So if you see label name, there is a if you expand the properties, so there is a HTML tag index which is 7, and if we capture the field, you will find same HTML tag index. So one thing I know is the HTML tag index for the label and its current corresponding field is same. So I will be using this HTML tag index. First, I will capture this HTML tag index from the label, and then using that HTML tag index, I will enter the data. So what I will do is get property, and in property name, I will select HTML tag index. To store it, I will create one variable. And here I will remove domax. I will remove path, and I will keep this HTML inner text as the value it should look for uh, while getting the object. So right now, whenever I run this code, it will look for following properties. One more thing, I have to disable this HTML tag index too, because it will keep on changing. So only thing it will use to find this object will be the following properties. Main will be the inner text. So from using inner text, it will get me the HTML tag index, and that HTML tag index I am going to use here. So in here, I will first expand the properties. I will remove domax path. I will remove HTML ID. I will remove path. And what I will do is I will remove this HTML tag index, and here I will specify the variable HTML tag index here. And I will save it. So let us try running it. Let's see what we get. Okay, there is a issue. Okay, I didn't select the set text, and here I will enter our Excel row first name. And to check if it is dynamic, I will also capture the submit button. I'll select click, save it. Now let's run this task. First name is Sean, enter John. Okay, we encounter some error. Line number 7. Unable to iterate over result set. Okay, so the issue is I actually kept this disconnect command inside the loop, and I have already. So what is happening before it iterates to next value? Our bot is disconnecting the Excel sheet. So this is wrong. So I will keep it outside. Let me save it. Let us run again. So it failed. It failed on line number 11. Didn't set. So I guess I have kept something. Okay, so the HTML name I should have removed it. Let us try again. So you can see it is properly identifying first name and the field name. So it's working. Now what I will do is I will not go on cloning every label, as I know the same capture command can be used for all labels. So what I will do is I will create a list variable, and let's name it as field names, and our first value. So what I will do is I will give all these column names in the field in the list variable. First will be first name. Oh, sorry. Uh, I didn't add all the names. Last name. Company name. Role in company. Address. Email. Phone number. And what I will do is inside this loop I will uh, use a loop through list variable. Let us call a loop action. Drag everything inside this. I will keep the submit button outside the loop, and in your loop I will select the list name, and to store the current value of the list variable, to create a string variable named as current field. Save it. Disable this. Go here, and I will change this inner text with the value of current field, and in the set cell or the set text, I will remove this thing, and I will enter variable for current field. So what will happen? Uh, this loop will get me the first the row values, okay, and the second loop will give me the column values. And using the same variable which I have used for column values, we will get the HTML tag index, and using that HTML tag index, we are going to set the values in the field. Yes. Let us run it. As you can see, it's automatically identifying all fields. So it's working as expected. The only thing which is remaining is to click on the start button, which is present here. So let's get a capture command. I guess it's already there. Capture the start button. So bot has started filling the fields. So here you can see we got 100% results in such a short time, and our code is just of 15 lines. So it's the simplest and the shortest way to do this code in automation anywhere. Uh, Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and feel free to comment. Let me know any doubts or your thoughts. Thank you.